Title: Broke Black Man Fixes Woman's Engine. Moments later, a helicopter lands on his trailer. The midday heat shimmered off the cracked asphalt of a forgotten highway just outside Montgomery, Alabama. Jamal Rivers wiped the grease from his calloused hands onto a rag that used to be a t-shirt, his back aching from crawling beneath yet another broken-down car. His trailer, a rust-bitten relic parked behind an old gas station, creaked in the wind like it was remembering better days. Still, it was home. A home he could barely afford. Jamal had once dreamed big. Certified as a mechanic in the army, he thought he'd open his own garage. But life, like an engine with too many broken parts, didn't always turn over the way you planned. After returning home to care for his ailing mother, jobs slipped away, debts stacked up, and before long, he was trading services for canned goods and sleeping in the same trailer he once used for road trips. That day, as he sat under the shade of a drooping pecan tree, sipping warm water and listening to the distant hum of cicadas, he heard a loud sputter followed by a desperate honk. A dusty white BMW rolled to a slow, coughing stop just a few feet from his trailer. Out stepped a woman, well-dressed, mid-30s, and clearly out of place in this heat and nowhere town. She looked flustered, her hair clinging to her forehead, her phone raised like it could rescue her from this mess. "Car trouble?" Jamal called out, rising slowly. She hesitated, eyeing the trailer and the man before her. She had reason to be cautious. But desperation speaks louder than doubt. "It just died. I have an important meeting. I'm supposed to be in Birmingham in 2 hours," she said, voice tight with anxiety. Jamal nodded, stepping closer. "Pop the hood. I'll take a look." She blinked. "You're a mechanic." He chuckled. "Sort of. Trained. Just don't have a shop. Yet." Under the hood, it didn't take long. Loose wire. Dirty battery contacts. A 5-minute fix, if you knew what to look for. Jamal worked silently, focused, while she stood nearby, tapping her foot and staring at the time. "Try it now," he finally said, stepping back. She turned the key. The BMW purred to life. "Oh my God. You fixed it," she exclaimed, relief washing over her face. Jamal grinned and wiped his hands again. "Yeah. Sometimes the answer's simpler than we think." She reached into her purse, pulling out a wallet. "Let me pay you. Please." That was amazing. He held up his hand. "Nah. You're good. Just glad I could help. But you don't even know me." "That saved my job." Jamal shrugged. "Maybe. But kindness don't need a receipt. Pay it forward." Her eyes softened, taken aback. "I will. I promise." She got back in her car, waved, and sped off. Jamal returned to his chair under the tree, the warmth in his chest outlasting the sun. He didn't do it for anything. That's just who he was. Raised by a mama who'd give away her last cornbread muffin if someone else was hungry. But barely 10 minutes later, the impossible happened. The deep chopping thump of rotor blades filled the air. Jamal stood, shielding his eyes. From the clouds descended a sleek black helicopter, its shadow stretching across his trailer like a promise. It touched down in the empty lot next to the gas station, sending dust and pecans flying. The door opened. Out stepped the same woman, but now flanked by 2 men in suits. She walked toward him with purpose. "I told you I had a meeting," she said, smiling. "What I didn't say is that I'm the COO of StarTech Automotive. We're opening a new innovation facility in Birmingham, and we're desperate for talent who understand not just engines, but people." Jamal blinked. What? You fixed my car in minutes. You refused payment. You showed me more integrity in a dusty trailer than I've seen in entire boardrooms. We need someone like you. If you're interested, the helicopter's ready. Jamal looked at his trailer. His tools. The dusty path he'd worn with his boots. His mama's photograph still hanging inside. He looked back at the woman. "You serious?" She nodded. "Dead serious. Full-time role. Relocation package. Benefits. And a team to lead." His chest tightened. For the first time in years, he didn't just see the road behind him, he saw one ahead. He grabbed his duffel, tossed in a photo of his mother, and followed her. As they lifted into the sky, Jamal watched his trailer grow smaller beneath them, until it was just a speck in the past. 2 months later, a new article trended online, "From broke mechanic to engineering director, the man who fixed a car and changed his life." But Jamal didn't care about the headlines. He cared about the young hires he mentored, the community programs he helped launch, and the homeless shelter he now funded each month. Sometimes, all it takes is one small act. One moment of kindness not calculated for reward, to change everything. And for Jamal Rivers, the road finally led home.